Good day everyone, my name's Jack here on Star Wars Galaxy, and today we're talking more about Star Wars Resistance. So it's been a couple of weeks now since Resistance was officially unveiled to us all, and received some mixed comments regarding its unveil. A lot of people were a bit confused about it, didn't really like it, but regardless, we're reporting here on more Star Wars news, and this time the official heroes and the main cast have been unveiled, and a little more information about the characters, the mission, the setting, the location, and so we're going to be breaking it down today, explaining all the details to you, and go from there. So in a recent sort of art diary released by Dave Filoni and his executive production team, they talk more about Team Fireball, which is all our characters involved. It's like a racing team, and the main character's mission to spy on the First Order, and how this links in The Force Awakens and Rebellion and what we come to know as Resistance in the Star Wars universe. So let's break it down and jump into all the juicy details. The article starts off along this one. The heroes of Star Wars Resistance wouldn't consider themselves heroes at all. They're just survivors, trying to get by working in a remote fueling station while avoiding the rising threat of the First Order. So there's something to take note of. The setting of this series is somewhere out remote. It's not in the galactic centre where all the politics of the Rebellion or the New Republic and the First Order are kicking off. It's somewhere in the Outer Rim, not really regarded as a main sort of planet. But the threat of the First Order is still there. Now, the refueling station is called Colossus, I believe. It was noted down here earlier on. It works on Colossus. It's a station for galactic travellers, so they see a lot of activity there. It's a great way to spy on people, and this is where our main cast are set. So let's jump into learning a little bit more about them. Now, we know the general setting of the story so far is that General Leia Organa, who does appear in this series, and her X-Wing ace pilot Poe Dameron have dispatched BB-8, we know the droid, alongside Khazad-dû Zeno, who's voiced by Christopher Sean, to work as spies. Now, they're undercover as a small-time racer who will work on Colossus, the refueling station, which is sort of a way station for galactic travelers, as we previously explained. Their job is to work there and spy on the First Order. So most likely the First Order have a little base going on there, and it's our hero's objective to basically sit around and see what's the deal's about. Now, we know a lot more details about Kaz now, but he's good at flying, but he's not very good at spying, Sean explains in the video. So he's kind of like, a really good flying person. He's a really good pilot, but when it comes to spying on the First Order, not the best. So he's going to need help from his team to actually help him achieve this mission. Now, the Fireball is one of the main ships you see in this series. It's the old ship they're trying to restore. Apparently it's named Fireball because of its tendency to burst into flames or explode, which I find quite funny. Now, the rest of Team Fireball doesn't necessarily know about his covert mission, apart from Jarek Yeager, who is a former Rebellion pilot now trying to live a quiet life as a mechanic. So it's going to be interesting to explore his background there. Somebody who's, a pilot for Rebellion and now is trying to live a quiet life but gets drawn back into it by General Leia Organa and Poe Dameron. So, he's trying to hide out here, thought he could get out as far as he could, but nope, the Resistance and everything else followed him back out there, which is quite funny and ironic when you think about it. Another character is Tam Ryvora, a fellow mechanic who she used to be a racer herself before she lost the ship. She's kind of described as a tough, no-nonsense and has a bit of an attitude, which is described as. Apparently she has big ideals at heart, which she's obviously reluctant to show, but it's kind of like, if you see in the trailer there, she's reserved with that sort of sarky person who the viewers can really get on with, which I really like. Now, another of the characters is Nico, who's described as wearing his emotions openly. He's a brawny, toad-looking alien, which people are describing as. Bit naive as described in there. He's kind of like the comedy relief I describe of the series. He's going to be, the not dumb one, but, comedy relief. He's going to be the one people can relate to a little bit more. Now, the crew do have their own droid as well, called Bucket, a bit of a broken down astromech droid, who apparently wears X-Wing fighter pilot helmets, which I find quite funny. And you see him in the trailer as well. Kind of looks quite odd. Not the typical astromech you usually see, he's not R2 or Chopper, he's like a bare bones astromech. Now, obviously, more details about this, as we do know Captain Phasma is going to feature in this series. So far, thanks to the art that's been shown off to us, we have not seen her just yet. I believe in the trailer you can see part of her, but in a little bit of the art that's in front of me now, there is a red stormtrooper, who I presume is a pilot, or, a First Order stormtrooper, who's talking to like a First Order general, I presume, or officer, but you can't actually see the officer. You can see two First Order guards near them and the pilot, but other than that, nothing can be seen. We also do get a visual of General Leia Organa as well, talking to Poe Dameron, so it's quite cool to see her in the series. Hopefully she might make a regular appearance. Obviously this is voiced by Rachel Patera, who will be voicing her. There's many other characters in Star Wars Resistance as well. They've yet to be revealed, probably going to get more revealed as the series progresses on. Obviously Star Wars Resistance is close now, so hopefully we're going to see them very soon. Now it's going to debut on October 7th, so keep an eye out for that. We'll be covering Star Wars Resistance very closely and the latest news surrounding it, so make sure to subscribe to us here on Star Wars Galaxy. If you'd like to keep up with Star Wars Resistance news, we'll be following it extremely closely. I've been Jack here on Star Wars Galaxy, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye.